Hello, welcome to Mama Sue's Kitchen. Hope you're having a wonderful day today. It's another pretty day here in Alabama. I wanted to share with you what I'm cooking today. It is a recipe that I have. It's not in my current cookbook. It'll probably be in the next one, but it's not in this one. I've just had more than one person to private message me to see if I would show them how to make goulash. There's probably 50 different recipes. They all are similar, but mine is a little different because it doesn't have some of the spices that the other recipes have. But anyway, I want to tell you mine starts off with a pound of ground beef. And I think I told you before that we buy from a local farmer, and we have plenty of beef in our freezer. It's very good. It doesn't, it's not a lot of fat, and I know what it was fed, and that's why we buy from our local farmer. I'm going to turn this a little bit. You may not be able to see me as much, but I'm going to see if you can see my skillet more, okay? I hope you can. I'm trying because people want to see what I'm cooking. Okay. Maybe you can a little bit. And I'm cooking it in my big enameled cast iron pot because I'm going to cook everything in this. Now, with this, I chopped one whole onion, and I chopped it in my wonderful chopper that does it in just a second. And if you want to know, I still get questions about this, but on my website, my Mama Sue's Country Kitchen website, I have a tab that says favorite products. And if you click on that, it'll take you right to where you can get one just like mine. Also to that is 3 cloves of minced garlic, and I am going to use this in a jar, and a half of a teaspoon is 1 clove. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, and those are heaping because we all know garlic makes everything better. Okay, we're gonna let that brown. Okay, and when that browns, I'll be right back. Okay, the hamburger meat and the onion and garlic has cooked, and it's going to be smoking, but I'm going to show you it's browned. And let me show you what I'm adding to it now. I'm going to add a teaspoon of salt, a teaspoon of pepper, 1 can of beef broth, it said 1 14.5-ounce can of tomatoes, diced tomatoes, but I have my canned tomatoes. I have a pint of canned tomatoes, and I've already opened them, and that's what I'm going to use. Let me see if I can turn it over this way. All right. And 1 can of tomato soup. I'll have to turn that camera a little bit more, but I will, just a minute. Just this way. I think you can see it now. Make sure I've got all of this tomato out. Okay. Then I'm going to stir that just a little bit. Then I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce. Before I do that, I'm going to use the tablespoons to put brown sugar. So, I'm going to put 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. There's 1, and there's 2. And I'm going to use 2 tablespoons of Worcestershire. I took the top off, so I got to be careful. Of course, you can't put too much of this to me. Okay. 2 tablespoons of that. And the only other thing that I'm going to add is 2 bay leaves. We're doing 2 of a lot of things. So my bay leaves are kind of broken. So there's 1. And there's 2. All right. Now, I'm going to put a lid on this. And I'm going to let it simmer for about 15 minutes. And then I'll be back. But while that's doing that, I want to show you something. There's my lid to this. I don't know about y'all. Let me get you where I can see you. I don't know about you, but I love my coffee. I love it in the morning, and I love it in the afternoon. Now, we make a pot of coffee in the morning, and we drink every bit of it. Well, about 2 o'clock, Harold and I want some more coffee. And we don't want to make a whole pot. And we used to have a Keurig coffee maker where we could use the little pods, and it, you know, whatever your choice is, this is what we get. But I didn't like that water that stayed in that big K-cup pot. So y'all want to show you this one that I just got. It's an S-B-O-L-Y, Spoli. All right, I'm going to show you. All that you do is you put your K-cup in. It has a cup reservoir in it. There's marks that you can either do an 8 ounce, a 12 ounce, or a 14 ounce. Now, I put it in something that has a little lip on it so it's easy. But I just want to show you how this one makes. There's 2 buttons on this side. One is for your K-cup, and the other is if you want to use ground coffee, and it has a little ground thing that comes with it. But you just press the one you want, and I'm using the K-cup. So I'm going to press that and show you in just a minute. My coffee's going to be ready, and it's not going to have all of that water that has sat there for so long. I really like the size of this. Harold and I like to camp, and we're going to be going camping soon, you know, this spring. This is going to be perfect to go in our camper. And these you can get on Amazon, but I mean, I'm just showing you because I like it so much. Now this is simmering, and smells good. Now some of the goulash that you make has Italian seasoning in it, and I've had that and I like it okay, but this is more maybe American because it just has the garlic and the salt and the pepper and everything. Now what I'm going to do right now is when my coffee's ready, I'm going to add 2 cups of dry elbow macaroni to this. And when I do, I'm going to put this lid right back on, and I'm going to cook it for 15 minutes. everything in this same pot. To me, that's a winner. I don't have 3 or 4 different things to wash. So that's what I'm gonna do. I would go ahead and put it in there right now, but this is about to start. It has to heat the water up. But I just wanted to show you this little thing is perfect for us. And you know, you may not be coffee drinkers, but in the little thing where that you put the coffee grounds, you could put tea if you're a tea drinker, but we're coffee drinkers. And just wanted to let you know about that. Y'all, Blake is home. He's just doing wonderful. I thank you for your prayers. And you know, I told you about these bracelets that my grandson here and his friend are selling for their mission team. And every time we look at this is B-Dub, because that's what Chris calls him. And it says Job 5:9. And you read that, Job 5:9. It talks about the wonders and the miracles that God does. And he has done a miracle on our baby Blake. All right, it's coming through. I don't know if you can see it. It is kind of far away, but have to put it where I have a plug. But anyway, you may love your pot that you have already, and that's fine. But this is something that I tried and liked, and I just wanted to show you. But anyway, I'm going to add the rest of this macaroni. I'm trying, y'all, to get on this camera deal, and it's hard. Okay, I'm going to put that macaroni. I'm going to just stir it. I'm going to put the lid on it. And then I'm going to set my timer for 15 minutes. That'll give me time to drink my coffee, and I'll come back and show you what this goulash looks like. I'll be back. Okay, this has simmered for 20 minutes, and I looked at it and I took it off of my stove eye. And y'all, it is so delicious looking. Now, I haven't tasted this one since I've cooked it. But I want to show you what this looks like. I see that bay leaf on the side, don't you? I'll take those out in just a minute. But I'm going to put me a little in my plate, and I'm going to let it cool just a little bit. You know, some garlic bread with that and a salad or whatever you want to have with it is going to be delicious. But I wanted to share my verse that I wrote this morning. This month, we're talking about faith, faithfulness. Very familiar. This is from Galatians 5:22, and this is what it says. It starts the sentence with but. But the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Now, I said, why did it start the sentence with but? So that told me to go back to verse 21. And when I went back to verse 21, it was telling you what the flesh would cause you to have: anger and jealousy and hate and discord and, oh, just a whole list of things. And then it goes on to verse 22 and it says, but the fruit of the Spirit, which is what we want. We want the Lord, His Spirit, to live in us. Y'all, let me taste this. You're going to love it. Gonna love it. This makes a good bit, and it's just called goulash. A lot of people used to make this years ago. And you could make it and feed your whole family on this. If you would like, you could just make half of a recipe of this. But anyway, thank you so much for following me. I still have cookbooks. And if you want to order it on my webpage, MamaSue'sSouthernKitchen.com, there's a link that says buy cookbook, and it tells you if you want to mail a check, the address, or it gives my PayPal and Venmo account that you can pay by those too. Thank you so much, and I'll be back soon.